Welcome to this short overview demo of our Security Analytics Platform, Reveal and the Dynamic Risk Engine Design pillar. This is where we help you quantify, prioritize, and respond to the threats that pose the highest risk to your business to ensure you focus on what matters most. Now I will log in to the unified console to demonstrate the highlights of our dynamic risk engine. This is an example of a threat detection, investigation, and response dashboard, where you get a single consolidated risk score. These can be for any user, entity, application, or asset. We also normalize risk scores on a simple scale of 0 to 100, which everyone can easily understand. It can be difficult to quantify the actual level of risk between a 1 to 92 versus a 435 and an 892 risk score. If we drill down on a user or asset, we see the profile, which is a timeline of risk, along with a list of anomalies and context to aid in investigations. Our risk scoring framework is based on best practices from working with our customers for over a decade. But every enterprise is unique, and one size doesn't fit all. So, the entire framework and risk scoring is customizable. For instance, maybe you know your DLP solution would have stopped this printing exfiltration event, and you wanted to deprioritize this risk. Customizing risk scores is simple. We copy this exfiltration anomaly named TA0010 and go to Gurucul Studio, where all of the machine learning and detection models can be customized with a visual editor that requires no data science expertise. Studio is where we can easily customize the risk scoring with the click of a few buttons. Here we can see the default risk score for this detection model. I could set it to a lower value to deprioritize these, or increase it and click Update. It is as simple as that. Because our risk scores are dynamic and not static, this change will flow through to the active detections. Another feature of our dynamic risk engine that our customers love is the ability to create risk profiles. This is where you can create groups of assets, users, entities that might need to be elevated to the top of the priority list. Things like executive users or their laptops could justify higher risk scores, or perhaps database servers or remote users in certain geographies. This can easily be done with just a few clicks as well. In our demo environment, we can see a few risk profiles already configured. Let's take contractors, for example. I can adjust the risk scaling for any employee with a type of contractor, and I can add additional conditions to build the exact scenario I want. What good is an easily customizable dynamic risk engine without the ability to respond, and even better, start to automate or trigger some of the most repetitive tasks for simple things like starting a background scan for a device or forcing an MFA prompt or a password reset for a user? Here is a response playbook that triggers different responses depending on risk score. Once it reaches a certain level, it can force a password reset, and if it reaches a higher threshold, it can disable the user's Azure AD account. There are over 500 playbooks out of the box, and they can be customized to suit your unique environment. The last thing is to make sure that the right things get to the right people at the right time. You have the ability to set which groups get assigned, which alerts or detections to ensure the right team is responding to it. For example, you wouldn't want a risky Mac device to get assigned to the Windows team. It is as easy as selecting which group you want to get assigned which cases. Thanks for watching this short overview video of the Gurucul Dynamic Risk Engine.